Trump denies plan to round up illegal immigrants with 100,000 troops. The Associated Press says it has a draft memo which outlines plans to round up illegal immigrants with 100,000 troops. Donald Trump may mobilize up to 100,000 National Guard troops to round up illegal immigrants, the Associated Press has reported. AP says it has obtained a draft memo that outlines the proposals to target unauthorized citizens in 11 states. However, a White House spokesman described the report as false, but did not deny the existence of the memo. According to the AP, the 11-page memo calls for the unprecedented militarization of immigration enforcement. Millions of those who would be affected live nowhere near the Mexico border, according to the document. The enforcement would stretch as far north as Portland, Oregon, and as far east as New Orleans, Louisiana, the memo suggests. Sky's New York correspondent Hannah Thomas Peter said the White House had stopped short of denying that the memo existed. She said, "This will send shockwaves through those communities. Whether or not it is under active consideration is almost beside the point for America's estimated 11 million undocumented immigrants. I have spent the last couple of days filming with members of these communities living in and around New York, and they are already terrified." The other point is that Donald Trump has less than 24 hours ago declared that these illegal leaks, as he called them, would end. But this is another very serious leak which had taken hold of the news agenda and will now make huge headlines. It is adding fuel to this argument that actually Donald Trump's biggest enemy at the moment is not the media but his own government. U.S. Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer called the reported plan despicable and appalling. The memo leak came before Senator John McCain said Trump's administration was in disarray, citing the resignation of Security Advisor Michael Flynn. If the proposal is implemented, governors in the affected states would have the final say on whether troops participated, said the AP. White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer said, "That is 100% not true. It is false. It is irresponsible to be saying this. There is no effort at all to utilize the National Guard to round up illegal immigrants. I wish you guys had asked before you tweeted," he added. An AP reporter said the agency had asked multiple times before publication. Mr. Spicer could not categorically state that this was never a subject of discussion somewhere in the administration. "I don't know what could potentially be out there, but I know that there is no effort to do what is potentially suggested. It is not a White House document." On Friday, thousands of Mexicans linked arms to form a human wall to protest Mr. Trump's plan to build a barrier between Mexico and the U.S. The protest, organized by local authorities and Mexican advocacy groups, brought together people armed with flowers to the border town Ciudad Juarez, which is already separated by extensive fencing from its neighboring American city, El Paso.